Peggy 16. Peggy 16.
You call, I answer! Pushing you on the scene! Man, come on! I'm ready to go! Calculated! Time to play. You gonna keep me waiting, babe? Let's
of us is allowed to do the killing.
Welcome back to Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022. It's week 10. We've got two top-of-the-table teams in two big matches, must-win matches for some of these teams. It's going to be some great action. We're going to get into it right after this. What's going on? It's Logan Sama here, holding it down at Street Fighter League Pro Europe. It's week 10. Oh my word, how it has flown by. The action has been frenetic, and teams are fighting out for these 4 precious playoff spaces as we move towards the end of the season and the finals. Oh, it is heating up. We've had some big results as we passed over into the second half of the season and kicked off last week here, and now Mouse and BMS are going neck and neck at the top of the table. They're both playing this week. We've got some exciting matches to bring you. But let's find out exactly how this format is working in Street Fighter League. It's a new look Street Fighter League for you here in Pro Europe 2022. And the perfect people, the greatest analytical minds we could find on the planet, not just Europe, are here to guide you through it. Let me throw it over to F-Word and Jammers to break down the format.
That's right, Logan. Week 10, episode 10. And for those of you who don't know how the format works by now, where you bloody been, mate? We've been going on for ages. But just for the benefit of you joining late, we're going to have Jammers here talk you through this. It's not winner stays on, is it, Jammers?
No longer winner stays on. This is the big leagues for the professionals indeed. But yes, just to recap everything, we are doing a home and away format with 6 teams, a total of 24 players, and they're going to be playing 3 mandatory matches with a potential 4th match as well. The away team, if you are on the away side, you have to announce your roster and character lineup in advance, and then the home team will be able to pick and counter-pick you on the spot. Speaking of the actual games you need to be played, they're going to be awarding points. The first 2 games, Game 1 and Game 2, are best of 3s, and they will be earning the winning player 10 points for their team. And then when we move on to Game 3, that turns into a best of 5. Longer set, and the winner of that will be rewarded 20 points for the team. The big points are very imperative for them. If we do have a tiebreaker, a draw game, stalemate, whatever you want to call it, we are going to play an extra game. That is going to be a best of 1, which is going to be a minuscule of 5 points. But hey, someone once told me every little helps, and I tell you what, 5 points can actually make a very big difference. This is going to be interesting indeed. But then you have to accumulate points, and then it actually allows you to be seeded on a top 4 of the leaderboard. But then what does that turn into, F-Word?
Yeah, I mean, that top 4 placing, as we've seen with the home versus away format, is very important because the teams that finish in the higher seed will have the home advantage in the semi-finals, and the team that finishes in the lower seed will only be playing away. That means they'll have to reveal their teams. Now, top 4 will be going through. We go to semi-finals, which is played in a just same format, 1 match. But then we proceed to the grand finals, home versus away format, seeded again. But in that grand finals, it is best of 3 matches. It's actually a full-on set. One team has to win twice to get there. And what are they playing for? Not only 75,000 euros in prize money, 60,000 to first, 15,000 to the second team. They are also playing, more importantly, to be qualified and represent Europe at the World Championship. I mean, we've been waiting so long for this to happen. Japan, USA, and Europe, all the best teams will clash to see where this goes. Now, how's it been going so far, Jammers? I mean, we had quite a dramatic week last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we did indeed. It was big points, big fixture as well. And this is how the leaderboard is looking right now. BMS at top dog spot with 175 points. And then we got Team GO accumulating a good win, getting that 150 points. 00 Nation, only 5 points behind. And then Mouse, 140. So only 35 points separate first place from fourth place. So it's right in the running. Reason Gaming, they're not out of this, man. 100 points, and I was actually talking to the team. 100 points is actually allowing you to keep in the running. And you know what? It makes everyone want to latch on and say, do you know what? They might just slip into that playoff spot. Somebody on one of the expected teams could drop out of the playoffs.
Listen, I admire the positivity because you're right. Mathematically, there's no reason for them to think that they're out of this, right? Everyone's played 6 games. It's a very reasonable gap that they could close. It's just a shame that they have that gap now, because had they lost 30-10 even to Team Geo last week, would have been better. But they got absolutely annihilated, 40-0, and that's what's given them this gap they have to catch up in. Team Wild are playing today as well, so that's going to be interesting to see what they do. Over to you, Logan, to kick things off.
Thanks, guys. You could have given me the white T-shirt memo today. Oh, well, never mind. Always got my own style anyway. Let's get into match number 1, and it's a very important one. You saw the leaderboard there, and Reason are 40 points behind Mouse Sports in 4th place. That 4th and final playoff space. And yes, it is possible for them to catch up, but if they lose here to Mouse, it possibly will open up a gap that is too far for them to claim back in only 3 remaining matches, barring a miracle. So we want to keep this thing going all the way until the final weeks, and let's see if Reason can do that. Last week, they lost 40-0. Last time they met Mouse, it was a 40-0 loss as well, so things are not looking good. But, as I'm sure Soundboy will say, they are not afraid of anybody, and they believe in themselves. So let us welcome into the arena our away team for match 1, Reason Gaming. NQS, Shivs, Soundboy, and One Step Layered take their place in the away end. Fighting to stay in touch with the pack in the playoff spaces, as we only have 4 matches left here in the season. Wow, it's going to be a tough one. They have Mouse Sports home end counter picks available to them. Last time they met, as I said, 40-0 sweep from Mouse Sports. They're going to want to keep it as close as possible. They need these points on the board, but can they do it? Let's find out. Mouse Sports, please, can you make your way into the arena? After their clash with BMS last week for domination of the leaderboard, it sees Mouse only at 4th place. They're going to want to get back on winning ways and start running up those points as they fight for home seeding in the semi-finals. That's what they're aiming for, Problem X and the squad there. Right, as you know the format, so expertly explained by Jammers and F-Word at the start of the show. The away team needs to lay down their player order and their starting characters for each game. And the only way we can find out that information is through F-Word and Jammers, who have that at their fingertips. So let us reveal the player orders for the away team, Reason Gaming.
Now, unfortunately, last time these 2 teams encountered, it was an absolute decimation for Team Reason. But
and they were at home.
They were at home. Now, the shoe's on the other foot, and it's a big disadvantage here. They have to expose themselves, and we are going to look at this lineup momentarily. There it is.
Okay, all right.
I like this because over the past few episodes, I personally feel Reason could have had a different lineup to counter different players and different teams, and it hasn't quite gone their way. However, I like this. One Step Layered comes up first. Gonna be using that carrying it for game one. Soundboy in
Who's
the
Soundboy
middle.
trying to avoid an anchor with respect to the rest of the team? Is it 4 fills?
I feel Soundboy can fight anyone on that team. He's actually beaten all of them in some form of CPT, matches. So
Shivs locking in with Laura for the anchor match for the first one. Those of you who aren't aware, you can actually change characters if you lose the first battle in the best of 5 or the best of 3. So Laura is not necessarily the character he stays with for the whole match. But I'm a bit surprised. And look, I'm going to be openly honest here. I wasn't happy with the selection that they made last week. I think they made a huge mistake. I think Shivs should have been in the lineup to draw something from Team Geo. It would have given him a much better chance. And I think One Step Layered was countered very, very significantly by, although he had some great moments, was significantly countered by Chun-Li. It should have been Shivs in there.
Oh, look, it looks like they're trying to secure at least a minimum of 10 points.
Do you think they're going for the points instead of the whole win? Right?
Listen, 10 points is better than no points, but if anyone knows what the strategy is going to be behind this lineup, it will be Logan and who he's going to interview. Over to you, Logan.
Thanks, Jammers. I'm here with One Step Layered. First up, game one. You're going in with the Karen. Now, what's the thinking behind this order? We're used to seeing Soundboy in that anchor position, but it's Shivs, and he's gone for Laura this time.
We've been keeping Shivs with Manap because of matchup reasons and stuff, but we want him to go all out with Laura this time, and he's unchained now, so...
Shivs Unchained. I like it. I like it. It's so important for you guys to put points on the board, win or lose. And we saw that with Team GO. They're getting, losses, but still scoring 20 points to keep them in the running here. You guys have had some heavy losses. You need to make sure that you're putting these points up early on. Is this your job to get these 10s in at the start and kick it off on a good foot?
Of course, that's what I'm here for. The morale's still high. We still think we can still do this. That's why we're still fighting. We're not going to go out without a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you're still within touch and distance of 2 teams. I think 140 and 145, so it's definitely possible to bring back with a big win. Maybe you'll get one today. We'll find out. Let's check with Team Mouse Sports, who they're going to send up. I can see Shakz has got the glasses on today. Is that a giveaway? Extra frames, perhaps. Let's go. Right, who is going to be player from Mouse Sports for game one? Can you please step up? It is going to be the 4 fills. And just to confirm, sir, are you going to be locking in with Falcon?
Yes.
Of course, we have to ask. Right, so stepping up, it's either first or last for you. You've been very, very consistent in these roles. Obviously, Problem and the rest of the team have full confidence in you to start off these matches with the 10 points bringing in. You're going to do that again today?
Yes, hopefully there's a matchup I'm alright with. I'm okay with fighting the Karen, and hopefully we get these first 10 points on the board.
You've had some really, really close, big matches. We've been all, incredibly impressed by your Falcon. Anyone out there who hasn't seen any of your runs in CPT events or Salt Mines, they will definitely recognize you as one of the best practitioners with that character in the world right now. In terms of the Karen matchup, how does that go for you?
I'm fine with it. I do have a lot of experience in it, and yeah, completely happy to play it.
Wicked, man. Really looking forward to seeing you get some work. So get set up. And One Step Layered, if you can get set up as well. Here, we're ready for game one. It's match 1 here, week 10. It is going to be Reason Gaming on the away side. Mouse Sports at home. One Step Layered with Karin. And the 4 fills with Falk. It was a 40-0 drubbing last time around in favor of Mouse Sports. Reason will not want to see that happen again. They need to stay in touch with the pack. And let's throw it over to F1 and Jammers. They can tell you exactly how they think this matchup's going to go down.
Well, I can only assume this is what they wanted, because as soon as I saw One Step Layered first, I said, okay, natural selection from Team Mouse is going to be 4 fills with Falk. So you got to assume that Reason have a plan here. Reason have a strategy. I haven't seen these 2 play recently. I know they clash a lot in the weekly tournaments and in online. So maybe you've seen some of that. Maybe you know how it goes usually. There's got to be a reason why he's opted to put himself in that position and draw out the Falk here.
I think last time, at least to my recollection, last time these guys did play CPT, the UK Premier Online. I think 4 fills took it 3-1 against One Step, and One Step was practicing with Rickerman's Barnet in the Karen Falk matchup. You can see that win rate there from 4 fills, doing the work with the character, making the Guardian Hawk look amazing. One step late, taking his chance here. It's a first to 2, not a first to 3 as well. I have to mention this very important fact. So last episode, they didn't get any points. And then, of course, the last time they faced Mouse, it was 40-0. If they do not get any points this match, that means they squandered up to 80 points.
Yeah, I think this is a huge match for Reason, and as much as I admire what you said earlier about it's still there to play for, mathematically yes, but matchup wise,
realistically no.
They got a home game against BMS, they got an away game against Wild, they got a home game against 00 Nation, and they have an away game now against Mouse. So there's no easy matches. I mean, even Wild could turn it up against them. Wild said to me that they expected to beat Reason the first time around at home. So they'll be looking to rectify that error when they play again. So there's no easy feat. And this is easily maybe their toughest match as well as Team Geo in the season.
100%. Look, their destiny is in their own hands, but they're also relying on a little bit of luck elsewhere. If you're a fan of the football, soccer, wherever you are, sometimes teams do rely on other results to make sure things go their way, and Team Reason is looking for those kind of results as well. If they can pick up, like I said, to reiterate, if they can pick up 10 points here, it's better than last time.
Well, it's almost a double pointer, Jammers. The closest team to them right now is Mouse.
Yes,
so,
that is correct.
They actually don't need to rely on other teams. They need to beat Mouse and close that gap, but it's a big ask.
All right, it looks like Four Fields has gone with the V-Skill 2, V-Trigger 2 layout.
Great start. Missed this confirmed. That's okay. Forget it. It's happened now.
Goes for the frame trap with the Orochi, slowly pushing Four Fields to the corner, but gets that throw early in.
He's got a lot of experience in this matchup. They've played a ton. Misses another confirmed, though.
That jab check
He's going begging here for one step there, but better now than later. Early in the set, catches him trying to approach this time.
Meterless confirmed they're cancelling into the Psycho Mine from the target combo. Four Fields needs to be careful with the forward hard
nice timing. Oh, we could have got so much more there, though. He's committing to Orochi. He's almost not confident he's confirms yet. He's a slow start. That's another confirm miss. We've seen this before from one step led. It's not cost him the round yet.
Throw. He could dash up throw again if he really wanted to, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he was thinking of that dash up throw, wasn't he? Maybe held up forward. Try to get out of the corner. Where are you going, said Four Fields. And look, that round was really good for one step led.
Yeah.
Had he converted. So, you know, Four Fields isn't comfortable right now.
Right. Fields needs to be careful with forward fierce. One step led is probably looking for the whiff punish with stand medium punch. Yeah, he needs to just readjust his spacing. Rush counter.
There's that fierce attempt, gets crush counter.
Right, just backing off again. Good anti-air.
Jump in, that doesn't work out. Oh, the delay in that.
Oh, this might be guess for game. If he gets this right now, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Good lord. It just goes to show the margin for error. That is a dead carrying. Battle 1 going to Team Mouse with the Four Fields. Listen, that's done now. The battle's done now. Needs to get the cobwebs out. We saw some tremendous moments from him against Valmaster and others. We know when he gets warm, he's capable. He's made some tremendous runs online versus these very players in recent weeks and months. So, look, get out your mind, get those confirms locked down, start believing in yourself, and play your game. He had some great openings there, just didn't convert.
The thing is, he's not the initiator in this matchup. Falk is, because she's got the longer range normals, you know, the higher damage output. He needs to be very, you know, considerate and vigilant towards his health bar and stun. But this is why this kind of contradicts what Karen's supposed to do, because he's doing low forward into Orochi to try and slowly push Four Fields to the corner, because he doesn't feel confident in walking some of these zoners down. And Karen's actually very good at doing that.
Doesn't feel confident he's confirmed. He seems to be committing to the Orochi off the back of the normal when he could get so much more than that. He had a fierce that connected and went straight to Orochi. Could have had a full corner carry.
Four Fields is walking him down.
That's nice like it. Good jumping.
There you go. That's what he tried last time. He'll jump every so often in these matchups, get his damage, and put the opponent in the corner. The jab there from Four Fields.
Got a great hitbox, that button.
And he's about to get Psycho Angriff as well, but probably win the round without it.
Nice patient blocking it. Again, he's not confirming. He's almost committing to the command dash, and it's costing him.
He's probably looking for another jump.
Good jump, though.
Yeah, he's looking for
two
another
good jumps this round. If you're pulling that off, you've got every chance in the world.
Watch out for the reversal.
Oh, he walked back and came forward. There it was. All right, he should be able to close this out.
Too much scaling.
No meter.
That's off. That's dead. That's dead. No. That's going to be Psycho Snyder into the Angry. He didn't even need it.
No.
He went for the optimal punish there. Damn.
One step led. Like he had that, just ran out of meter there because he landed that huge opening, couldn't close the round out. And then, as you called, the reversal connected.
Yeah, that round slipped through his fingers. Hopefully he can mentally Pick himself back up. He's waiting. Good poke. Forward fierce twice. Just getting hit by all the
All
stuff.
going well for 4 Fields.
Yeah.
And having not played perfectly. He's been jumped in on, he's been hitting neutral a lot, but he's looking at 4 rounds straight here.
Good trade. Oh, and again, that was the one
this is
opportunity. That was a guaranteed hit to get
such a
confirmed to
shame.
Tenko.
Just
Couldn't do
can't
it.
get going.
That pops, that's it. If that pops, that's it. He had to V-break. He couldn't V-shift.
Break, re-break. I tried to whip punish. It wasn't the button he thought it was.
Not looking good. Maybe a jump shot from 4 Fields might close it out. He'll wait now, but jump shot will do it. In a minute.
Oh, he tried to whip punish Fierce, didn't get it. And towards Fierce gets it. And that is somewhat anticlimactic. 4-0 win there in terms of rounds for the 4 Fields. One Step Laird will not be happy with himself and his performance there. He had openings, he had jump-ins, he had momentum, but wasn't able to play the game that we know he can play as a carrying player.
Consummate performance by our Falcon specialist there, doing the business, accumulating 10 points. And I'm going to be honest with you, I actually don't think he jumped. I don't think he jumped the entire...
Oh, as fault?
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
mean, if it ain't fixed, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, listen, it was a possibility. I thought he'd jump it 1 or 2 times as well, but you can tell just by the way he's moving, the confidence in his spacing in that matchup as well. And again, he understands Falk's options, Karen's options, One Step Laird's playstyle. He's very comfortable with it. And again, it's like it's too many fluctuations for me. One Step Laird's playstyle, you know, but unfortunately, that gives them the first loss. So 4 Fields does take that first game here, and Soundboy is up next.
Another decision that I'm
questioning.
I'm puzzled by. I'm a little bit bewildered here. I think, you know, if you're talking confidence and in terms of having matches where there's Rickman's Barnet, I get it. You know, put him in the middle. There's Mr. Crimson, I get it. Put him in the middle. You don't play him anchor when there's these hard counters. But when there's not a hard counter, unless there's one that I don't know about on Team Mouse, just feels like you should have him there. But look, this is the call they've made. They've had the chats, they've had the conversations, and now Mouse have yet another opportunity to counter. They're looking at going 6 games straight here versus Reason, because they beat them 3-0 last time. Logan, what's it going to be? Who they're going to throw on?
Thanks very much for me. I'm here with Soundboy. Not the start you'd have hoped for, obviously, with your lineup that you put forward, but you're here, but you're in second position. Normally, we'd expect to see you in that anchor role, playing for the 20 points. You're playing for the 10 here. What's the thinking behind this?
Well, I feel like Shivs, with this lineup, especially with the Mouse team, I think Shivs has the best chances against their potential anchor, which I'm assuming is going to be a problem. And I think I just feel more confident in the first to 2 with this team as well in the lineup. And again, we're playing to try and get as much points as possible. So I think it's the best, strategically, I think it's the best call for us at the minute.
Just trying to pick up the 10s where you can. Understandable. Right, let's take a look over here at Mouse Sports. 3 players available. Shakz, Broski, Problem X. They had a clean sweep, 40-0 last time round. Are they going to be able to get it again? Mouse Sports, if you can send up the second player. It's going to be Problem. Strides up with purpose. All right. So we're normally used to seeing you in anchor role, but you haven't always. There's been a couple of games in which you've come in early. What's your thinking here?
I like the match against Soundboy. And also, I just feel like we want to get some consistent points here because the leaderboard is just unstable right now. I just don't know what's going on. So, yeah.
Just trying to rack up as many. You're aiming for the 40, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
All right, showing how important that seeding is going to be, looking ahead at those playoffs that are coming up very, very soon. But what's coming up right now is this Game 2. So if you can get set up, guys, let's get ready for this one. Reason Gaming on the away side have put forward Soundboy with the Cody, and Problem X is stepping up. Sorry, I didn't ask you. Who are you going to be using? M. Bison. Shouldn't assume. Problem X with M. Bison. Let's get ready for game number 2, and we're going to throw it over to our experts, F-Word and Jammers.
Speculations of Alex there from you, Jammers. I don't think it's the worst idea, but of course we've seen these guys go Bison, Cody a ton, and Problem has the edge, so he feels confident in this first to 2 setting he can do it. One thing we haven't been talking about, Jammers, we've spoken a lot about Reason and their dilemmas and what they need to achieve. We need to remember, it's very easy to forget, just last week, Mouse had a humongous game against BMS. that if they'd have won, they'd have been top of the table. As a result of losing that match, they're now third from bottom and just 40 points away from Reason. Look, strategy here from both teams, in my opinion, should be maximum points. I understand where Soundboy's coming from. Let's get points from every game, but you need to close that gap. That's the closest team to you right now.
The thing is, perception is everything. One team needs the points, but they're going in with that extra desire, that extra hunger to like, look, we need to catch up to top spot. The other team, Team Reason, they're trying to mitigate the damage that they feel is coming. They're trying to avoid, they can't avoid the inevitable. That's their mentality, at least from my perspective anyway. But I do like that. I do like this matchup coming up right now. I would have preferred to see it in the best of 5. But again, listen, we're not part of the teams. We're commentators. These guys have major discussions and make sure they try and come to agreement. But yeah, it's going to be Dictator versus Virgil.
And I think for the first time we're going to have, I might be wrong, but is this the first time we're going to have a different anchor from Team Mouse, other than Phil's and Problem? I might be wrong. Need to go back through the weeks.
Yeah, I believe that's correct, yeah.
So if you're Shivs, it's not the end of the world, actually. You actually don't mind one of those two guys. You know Shakz very well. But anyway, match at hand.
He said he feels pretty confident using Dictator in this matchup. The last time I seen these play, he actually surprised the Soundboy with Alex Problem X pretty convincingly, but so far winning the neutral. Trying to get a whip punish there with Zonk Knuckle. Can't do it, but
oh, that's the one he killed Vega Patch with. Where you going? Smells the fear.
Tries to bait the V-Shift with EX Psycho Blast.
That V-Trigger 2 is still a thing.
He tried to sway a knee.
Oh, he runs into that Psycho Axe.
See, here's the thing. This is what's interesting. Because he had such a colossal life lead, he's trying to anticipate a knee press to kind of chip him and slow him out. No need to. He's going to make it hang himself. Good strategy there for Problem X.
I like the idea of just doing a random sway in neutral. It's not very easy to punish, as you can see there. The jump in. One of the best cross-up jump-ins in the game, by the way. That button is insane.
All right, gets that throw tech there, but he is being caged in the corner.
Oh,
There's the sway.
Too late. He had the read.
Yeah, you need to see when the sway comes out. Could be reversal.
Had the read on the knee press, but didn't cancel quickly enough.
Do you know, I think I'd like to see Problem like try and jump one of these. Just take a risk, see what happens. But that's just my opinion. Psycho Axe.
Oh, double Psycho Axe gets the cross counter.
Soundboy
in trouble here. Fentor has to be reversal. Makes the choice to give up the potential there for the V-Trigger. Catches him trying to jump out of the corner. Where you going, says Problem.
Good meatless conversion from the air to where delayed
jump nothing. Didn't confirm the target combo though.
Reversal again. He's got that level 2 zonk, by the way.
Oh, this is going really well for Problem. The cross up, not another one.
Nice.
Oh, what avoidance.
There we go. Big risk there from Soundboy, but it paid off. Gets a throw. Can he get another one?
He might be chippable though if he hits him too many times. Yeah, he's backed away. He needs a hit. Oh, what was that?
He didn't get a cancel.
No, he's chippable. He's done. He could have done his own CA, but he let Problem press a button. A strange slide there from Problem X. Didn't get punished. Soundboy was back in there, but didn't have the presence of mind to cover it out. I mean, it came out of nowhere, didn't it, Jammers? It was a strange error from Problem, wasn't it?
Yeah, but then again, here's the thing. That slide of V-Trigger 2 is a mind game. Is he going to do the delayed Psycho Crusher to get the conversion into CA, or are you just going to let him try and burn his CA, trying to punish you? But unfortunately there.
Well, you should almost commit to the V-Trigger 2 cancel just because you're dead if the combo punishes.
Uh-oh, bad start. Get crush countered by the Psycho Axe. Gotta go for the safe jump. Didn't work out.
Nice confirm.
He can go for a meaty Psycho Axe here, but he's trying to bait the Psycho.
Wow.
Yeah, he's trying to bait the V-Shift.
What a mind game from Problem.
And that's going to be a perfect KO there. This is it. That's all he's been looking for. When he's forward thrown Soundboy in the corner, he's just been baiting V-Shift.
This is the most human I've seen Soundboy look so far this season.
Crush counter again.
It's all working out for Problem. Another Psycho Axe connects. Soundboy has the V-reversal.
Okay, Zonk Knuckle try to get a shimmy, but Problem's not going to take the bait here.
That's Scissor.
He's very good at using it as a footsie tool, man.
Oh man, he absorbed the projectile and anti-airs. Problem's just covering all angles right now. Nice jab activation. Can we get some momentum here for Soundboy?
Oh, the jump back. That was fantastic. I love the jump back. Command grab.
No, this is how you command grab, mate. It could be the end for Soundboy here. He's got to guess right. Oh, the sway.
The detonator. Let's see after that sequence, he needs to come back.
Plusser did plusser.
He's got to do something.
He's going to get it. Connects. Guess for game here.
Hold on a minute. The super. The super.
Oh, he did it.
Come on, man.
He was 3 rounds up. Why not? Soundboy didn't read it. Just as he's trying to get the party started, Problem said, no, you don't. Jammers called it. Super for the win. And Team Mouse looking to repeat the scoreline they had when they met this team earlier in the season.
So far, so good. I actually thought Soundboy was throwing the rock to entice Problem to do the super so he could bait it. That's what I thought. Because it's like, look, he'd done that when he had to face Killzyou, I believe, in a couple of episodes back with Alex, the Wake Up CA, it got blocked. That was a clear indication that Problem is, look, I will do Wake Up Super. It is a viable option because it's fully invincible. Like, don't play with me.
I love that Problem didn't quick rise either, just to take the rock out of the equation.
Yeah.
That's really clever, because obviously the rock is such an awesome option, because you don't have to press a button, just let the rock hit. So if they do wake up CA, you're good. But he waited to put him in that mix-up, and he guessed right on the wake up. So Problem takes it, winning himself, his team a much-needed 20 points, and now we have Shivs going up against either Broski or Shakz. What were you going to say there?
Now, imagine that set there was a best of 5.
Yeah, you know what? You look at the way that went, and you start to understand a bit more now why Reason didn't put Soundboy in anchor. But I do feel like Soundboy's confidence has taken a knock after that loss to Luffy last week. I feel like he would have been more up for a match with Problem. Would have probably played better against Problem had he not taken that knock, that momentum killer versus Luffy last week. And I think that's kind of got them second guessing where they want to put people. Look, it's Shivs who sits in anchor. He's not up against Problems. He's not up against 4 fields. He's up against either Broski or Shakz, and it could go either way.
Well, look, he's very familiar with his team, but I'll tell you what, Logan Summer's very familiar with him. So let us find out who Shivs will be fighting in that anchor position.
Thanks, Jammers. I'm here with Shivs in that anchor position, playing for 20 points, playing to keep your team pretty much in the playoff race now. 20 down. Soundboy wasn't able to get the 10 points. One step later wasn't able to get the 10 points. It falls on you again now to try and come and bring it back from 20 down. You're looking at Broski and Shakz, and one of those guys you have a lot of history with. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, both of those guys I have a lot of history with, but Shakz pretty much taught me this game when I started off, so a lot of respect there. Looking forward to playing him because I know that's who's coming.
Right, what you're saying, because he's got the glasses on, he means business. The frames. Come on, come down, Shakz. Step down, there we go. We knew what to expect. All right, it's time to step up. You're here to close out for the 40 points, obviously playoff time. But let me ask you a little bit about this. Obviously, I've been watching you guys play against and with each other for years and years and years now, even in previous iterations of Street Fighter. Like, how deep does this go? This friendship, this rivalry, this history.
Yeah, I mean, me and Shivs go way back. We know each other really well. You know, we taught each other a lot of things. Like, I obviously taught him as well, and he taught me a lot as well in the game. So it definitely means a lot to us, this big opportunity. So.
And how bad are you going to feel putting a 40-point beating on Reason this time? Because obviously that's what you want to do. Are you going to feel any remorse?
I mean, I like them all, but nah, I wouldn't feel anything. No.
You might be knocking him out of the playoff contention with this win if you get it. It might happen. No remorse at all.
I mean, points to everything right now. You know, we're hungry. You know, we need to get this win. So yeah, gonna do it.
All right, man.
They've been putting in the seeds for a long time because Problem X is the best saboteur in the business. Problem X. Problem X told me yesterday in the hotel he was hearing noises. I went to bed. I started hearing the same noises. Couldn't sleep.
Mind games. Out of the game, mind games. We'll have to have an investigation into that. But right about now, it's time to get into the game itself. Game 3, Shivs against Shakz. Hopefully Shivs won't be hearing some noises now. Boy, we haven't heard that yet this season. Definitely not. Problem. Is that true? Is that true? He said you told him that you were hearing noises last night. The sounds in the walls. Bro, haunted houses. I've heard it all now here on Street Fighter League Pro Europe. All right, Reason Gaming are fighting for their survival, not just in this match, but in this season. They don't want to be dropping off with another 0 points. That could see them out of the running for the playoffs. It's going to be Shivs opening up with Laura against his friend and training partner, Shakz. Which character are you going to be using, Shakz? I've done it again. Cammy. He's locked in with Cammy. Thank you very much. I was too excited about these sounds in the walls. Let's get into game 3 and throw it back over to Jammers and F-Word.
I tell you what, yeah, that is... That could mean anything. Sounds in the woods.
Listen, what happened was Problem said that to Shivs, planted the seed, snuck into his room before he got in there, hid under the bed, and started making as many noises as he can. Listen, when points are on the line,
surprise!
You do whatever you can to put the other team off. And a Problem with a very clever strategy there, getting inside Shivs' head for this match. But what about this matchup? These two know each other very well, Jammers. We've seen them play a million times. I've been in battle lounges with these guys. We're going back and forth. Don't know how it goes recently, but what do you think of it?
Yeah, training partners, very close friends. They go to a lot of events together. They're talking almost every day. And listen, this is just part of the friendship. You know,
I mean, almost age mates as well, 24, 25.
Yeah, and, you know, I would probably like to see this set end up, or should I say this game end up being Luke versus Manat. I think that'd be a very interesting matchup for us to watch. But they're going to start off with the familiars, the Season 1 characters. Cammy going up against Laura. Now, right now, their mentality, Team Reason's mentality, I do think Shivs is the best person to try and equalize this match and go to the potential extra game. But Shakz has a very big and a very prominent opportunity to close things out here. And like I said, and this is a possibility, if it becomes 40-0, that means Reason have got no points in their last 2 matches.
Yeah, I think it turns this into one hell of an uphill challenge for them to try and qualify. Wow, awareness from Shakz. Beautiful option there. Roundhouse trade into drill.
That's it, man. And he plays Laura himself. He's one of the best Lauras we have in Europe, so he knows the counterplay to, like, Thunderclap. He knows the ranges he should be standing at. Lovely anti-air. Using the armored properties. Swinging out that stand fierce. Malicious intent there. Goes for a reset into Sunset Wheel.
One more could kill. Yeah, with that grey health, it would. Nice dash under. Very Leo-esque that. This time he has to absorb the jumping buttons, though, from Shivs. Gets himself the first round of this battle.
Telling you, man, the way his and Laura improved over the years, and seeing it here in Street Fighter League, I'm so proud of him, honestly.
He's always played like one of the more honest, cleaner Lauras.
Yeah. Thunderclap. Pressure with the EX Thunderclap. Shakz is not going to do a V-reversal just yet. He tried to actually challenge that.
Yeah, he predicted the shimmy there with the fierce. A lot of jab interruptions there from Shivs as well. See if Shakz has made note of that.
Activation. Let's see the dive kick. Good V-shift. He's a little too late
Maybe
on
should have
that.
done a light there. Went for a heavy. It was like 7 frames, a bit too slow, and he gets opened up as a result. Nice jump back heavy. Again, dashes underneath, but runs into a button here. Can Shivs close this out? He's going to get the activation opportunity.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to let him. I mean, Cammy doesn't have the health to deal with it. Confirmed with that low forward from Shakz. 1 round apiece.
Yeah, taking it to final round in Battle 1 here. There's a clap. Back.
Oh, what was that?
Execution error. I'm not sure if he tried to anticipate
Nice
a
delayed
clap,
jab.
Building up. Yeah, he had to break the momentum there. The sound was getting too close. I think he tried to do EX Sunset Wheel.
One hell of a bet. The stun racked up here, and he's in. Has to jump out, he escapes. Stun's still there. Good duck there from Shivs.
Backs away, back to the neutral. Got to be careful with those thunderclaps, man. Shakz, his first interaction was trading with it.
Oh, that hits. Stays in front, good block. V-reversal well timed. Misses that though. That should be it. Whiffed there, and using the buff there, the jab connected with the EX, that from a few seasons ago. What a sequence there, and a great start from Shakz. Shivs with a couple of errors. Sorry, from Shivs. Shakz with a couple of errors there. I mean, we saw the random drill that just came out for no reason. We saw a big whiff on the dive kick.
Oh, okay.
Stay straight with Cammy.
Yeah, sticking with the Cammy. But again,
you might see the loop, right?
You've got to give full credit and award Shivs for his spacing in this matchup, man, because Laura hasn't got the greatest backwards walk speed in my personal opinion, so being able to avoid that dive kick last round, or last battle, I should say. Oh, gets a grab. Walk up and do another one.
Micro walk there to the ground. Dash in for another grab. Oh, don't press buttons.
And he confirm he has to wait for his activation opportunity, but he might not get it here, F-word.
I mean, she's not dead until she's activated in that victory time. She's not dead until she's dead. Shakz with the beautiful ground control and utilization of walk speed there to close out a very dominant round in this second battle.
But man, this is still an excellent character. Not many people use her anymore because of her nerfs over the years, but still a fantastic character.
Oh, that was the round.
Oh, meaty stand
he went
fierce.
for too much damage there. Should have just taken the guaranteed thrill. But he gets another one anyway. Too many buttons there from Shivs. He's in the corner now. Missed his meaty, but gets a throw anyway.
Gets the game. Jump for the cross-up.
Nice. Loving that command dash underneath the jump ins. He's utilised that really well, and he's got himself back in this round as a result. Activation on hit.
One reset will do it. Is he going to do a reversal here, though, Shakz? He tried to escape. He's still trying to escape here, Shakz. Watch out for the hooligan.
Oh, nice punish. He tried to bait it, but it wasn't good enough. Beautifully spaced dive kick.
Trade.
Oh.
Damn, these guys are swinging for the hills with their heavies.
It's an important round for Shakz. Doesn't want to give Shivs a chance to go 2-0 up. Medium. Oh, he missed this shimmy. It was the right choice. Didn't walk far back enough and got back thrown.
And see, this is the thing, right? Because they're so close, they know each other's, like, tendencies. There's those intricate habits, man, that these guys have. It's crazy.
No confirm there from Shakz. And then gets hit by a roundhouse trust run. Oh, it's the reset. It's
done.
It.
Wow.
She's dead.
Hang on a minute.
She's dead, bro.
There you go.
It's Laura. Oh my goodness, just like that. Reason Gaming go into a 2-battle lead here and are 1 battle away from getting themselves into a tiebreak scenario. And of course, that oh so valuable 20 points, Jammers.
This is it, right? Because I can see Problem X just in the back of Shakz's player cam offering some advice. This is a big deal because he has to go back to character select screen. Like you said, if this goes to Reason getting the 20 points, tantamount on points, the best of 1. And I feel I know who Mouse will bring out if it gets to that point.
Looks like he's switching characters.
Yeah.
Could be Luke now.
This is a big deal. And big improvement by Reason. From last time these guys encountered each other.
Listen, they went in, they didn't go necessarily for the 40 points for their picks here, but they went for this anchor that we questioned. And so far, so good in terms of them knowing their capabilities and their opponents better than we do. And here is Shivs, only with a 20% win rate so far this season, more than 2 months gone past. And he's looking to get his biggest victory of the season so far.
No. He swapped colors and stick.
I saw Luke on the screen.
Okay. Must have like second-guessed himself or just wanted to change last minute, I suppose.
To be fair, I actually don't think that's the worst idea. He was looking really good at times with Cammy. It's just the margin for error is extremely...
Yeah, it's less than before.
Doesn't get the trick recovery. Lets him get away with that command dash.
Sunset wheel. Oh, the bait on the B reversal delayed, and it forced Shakz to do EX cannon spike.
Again, he does, and he gets the punish as well. Reset. Oh,
he's got to chase the V shift. He tried to chase a potential V shift with that forward hard punch.
Oh, I missed his dive kick. What is going on with Shakz? Pluser de pluser.
Done.
That is it. In and out. You go into tie break point here for Shivs.
All right.
Shakz just execution errors, missing his dive kicks. That's with punish.
This is it. I don't know if he's regretting that decision to stick on Cammy, to be honest, because of these execution errors. And if you make a mistake, you basically die F-word.
Anti-air, man. Shivs is playing so clean.
There's a forward throw. Is he going to jab?
Jumps out. Reset. Yeah, that was high. Press buttons. Probably 0 with the hooligan.
Blocked.
Punished. This is a good sequence here for Shivs.
Oh, no.
And he's almost got the V-trigger as well. We might not need it at this rate.
Momentum's building.
My goodness.
He's not going to dash to do another one. He's not going to dash to do another one.
He tried to do another one. You cheeky bugger.
He was feeling himself.
That should be it. Yes, it is.
Damn.
Shiv, you can saw the stadium lights and went for glory. But it wasn't to be. Shakz knows him too well.
Yeah, that was probably the most predictable command grab he's done. Too greedy in that situation.
What? The predictable ones, we've seen them here.
Sometimes the best.
Oh, buttons
there. He knows Laura very well. Anti-air with the EX bolt charge again. Gets the Oki into sunset wheel.
He's running away with this.
Big spacing. That's done. Oh, no, not quite.
He gets away with another reversal. Activation.
He's out. That's no more. That's no more dumping.
Button again. That was it. Oh my goodness. There you have it. And a vital 20 points dropped there for Team Mouse as Team Reason and Shivs pull off the upset and get themselves into a tie-break scenario. And what does that mean for Shiv? What does that mean for Team Reason? They're still alive. They're still in it. That loss, a 40-0 would have cost them. I'm not sure they would have come back from that. To stay alive in it has meant so much, and what a result. What a result, Jack.
Now, this is it, right? They've collected their 20 points. They've got a significant improvement from the last time these two teams faced each other. Now, imagine, F-word, they put him in that anchor position more often. What would that have done? Would it have been much closer? Maybe near the top of the leaderboards? Fantastic stuff very close friends again, hugging it out because these guys play all the time. But damn, like you said, you looked at it from the other angle. It wasn't points gained, it was points dropped.
Wow, yeah. And it is, because they're trying to climb the table. Look, it's not the end of the world for Mouse. They needed points because, you know, obviously after that loss to BMS and the gap between them and BMS being now 35 points, probably the hugest gap since. But this is what it is. And now, just for those who don't know the rules, every single player, including the players who weren't selected in these teams of 4, 3v3 have to play, but there's teams of 4. MQS is back into it. Broski's back into it. Extra game, only 5 points on the line. But as you said earlier, every point counts at this stage in the season. And by the way, that is a huge result for BMS. I mean, they would have been a bit worried to see, you know, Mouse getting 40-0 after 40-0 to try and catch up with them. But that really gives them a nice cushion there to keep Mouse away from catching up.
Yeah, but now, the million-dollar question is, I want to know who Mouse are going to send up for this first.
One game, Broski?
You could
One game Aura? Who counters Aura in that team?
Karen does actually all right against him.
Karen does all right.
You could probably send Shivs back and play a little bit.
But one step there doesn't look there mentally for a one. And he's a slow starter, so I wouldn't put him in a one battle set.
You could put Shivs back on and play Manat. You could do that.
Yeah. Oh, they're away, so they got to reveal who they're playing, right? We're going to head over to Logan to find out what happens. Logan, how you doing, bud?
I'm here after what an incredible game 3. Shivs really was unchained, and it's time to go to an extra game. We're going to have to make the very difficult decision for Reason Gaming who they're going to send up. Is Shivs going to come up again and play for this extra game like we saw him against Team GO in great form? Is it going to be Soundboy? It could be any of this team. Let's find out. Who are you going to send up for this extra game? It is going to be Soundboy. Interesting. Okay. All right. You lost your game 2. It was not a great performance from you. Shivs on a high. What's the thinking here?
Well, I think that I just lost my confidence in the set. I think maybe the last time we played maybe still affected me on the stage, but after that, I'm inspired. I want to come back and redeem myself, redeem my team, and I feel confident again. I want to come back and do it, and Shivs had a phenomenal performance, and he's gratefully letting me stepping up to try and do this, so I'm going to do my best.
All right, man, let's see how that goes. If Mouse Sports can send up their player, please. It's going to be the run back. Okay, Problem, who are you going to be locking in with?
Bison.
So it's going to be Soundboy, Cody, and Problem, Bison. Obviously, you had a very good time. You looked incredibly dominant in your game earlier with Soundboy. Are you going to stick with that, or is there anything you're looking to change?
I mean, if anything, I think he might change because it's the one-game dynamic. But I'm going to have to react to see what's going on.
All right, and that's the difficulty of this one-game thing, right? You don't know what they're going to throw at you in terms of strategy, how they're going to change their pace and all that stuff. But obviously, you were shooting for the 40. That 40's out the window. But this 25, very, very important for you, right?
Yeah, the most points as possible. So, yeah.
As possible. All right, let's get into this then. No more talking. Let's get set up for this. The deciding extra game. It's going to be Soundboy with Cody and Problem X with M. Bison. Boy, Jammers, Fenny. What an incredible match to start this week. We're going into that extra game. I'm going to hand it over to you guys to call the action. What is Soundboy going to have to bring that is different here to turn this result round from the last time these two played?
Well, that sociology degree does come in handy sometimes. I did say that Soundboy might be suffering from the psychological impact of losing so badly last week to Luffy. He even said himself it was exactly that. He's a guy that thrives on momentum, thrives on confidence, and he sounded more like his confident self in that interview, didn't he? You heard the tone in his voice. He's buzzing now. Shivs has got the team ready to go. And this is the thing about team battles, man. One performance can get the whole team up and running. And what do you think about this pick, putting Soundboy here?
I think he's smart. Because again, I think he can play in any role. He's very versatile. Cody's a very versatile character in Street Fighter V. So yeah, playing him as the first to one, which is fine. And you heard it in Problem X's interview there. He said that he could change his dynamic completely. And it's like, I just have to react to whatever he throws at me. We can already tell. And again, the thing with Soundboy is, I think you can tell how he's going to play in his interview with Logan. Every interview he has, you can probably tell how he's going to play.
I agree. His interview today, the first one, that's a really good point, Jammers. Yeah, you could kind of see he wasn't his usual confident self, and that's probably why he ended up. They probably, I wouldn't be surprised if the team asked him, "Do you want to anchor today?" And he was probably like, "No."
Yeah.
That might have happened. But in that second interview, I mean, Problem's got to be really ready for this because I think we're going to see the real Soundboy here. Now, if the last match between them is anything to go by, Problem has the edge. But man, one game Cody, anything can happen.
Well, he just needs to kind of, take away as much as Bison's health as he possibly can until he's able to like get the resources to be able to surprise him in that situation he did before he got hit by the wake-up CA.
That worked out.
Just throw.
Stand fierce, such an equalizer in neutral. He's got humongous hitbox. Probably gets hit by that though.
And he's starting to use more heavy normals now. He wasn't using the heavy normals before. He was trying to react to Problem. Now he's attacking Problem.
He catches him trying to reset the pressure with that target combo. Get gripped up. Hold this heat. Takes the throw.
Sway. Oh no, he tried to take advantage of that. Reset.
Oh, went the reset. Good block there from Soundboy. Oh, what an option.
Nice.
Oh, it crossed up.
Okay.
It crossed up from there. Problem so ready.
That's another way I haven't seen Psycho Crusher cross up.
Same. That was too clean.
Oh, Julie noted indeed. Throws out the EX Tornado sweep there. Clashes with the Psycho Inferno and allows Problem to start his offense.
Such good options in those scenarios, Bison. Loves that preemptive button for the whiff punish there from Soundboy.
Punish. Oh no, he's got a 4 frame. That was the medium one. That's -3, so he couldn't have punished that there, Soundboy.
Oh no, doesn't get his whiff punish. Soundboy looking a little shaky here. Problem now. This is match point. Lands that EX Scissor, has him cornered. Meaty throw, looking very good here for his team.
Yep, the reversal. Waiting it out here. Again, just charging up that zonk. He can't jump. He's got to do something on the ground here. Yeah, he's got to do something on the ground.
He's got one more EX if he needs to try and get in, but he's not got any V-trigger chance here. Maybe now. Oh, what did he press? He tried to sway maybe. It didn't work. And as much as he sounded confident, you can't forget who he was up against. Problem X with the free battle victory over Soundboy and the 25-20 victory for Mouse. It's not the victory they wanted, but it's definitely the victory they needed. It's a minimum amount of 25 points. It's a result. They climb up the table, and unfortunately for Reason, they don't get the extra 5 points, but they get the 20 thanks to Shivs.
Yeah, they literally, their strategy worked. They were able to mitigate the damage. Mouse was going to inflict them. And like I said, any points is better than no points because last time was a complete annihilation. And now they can move forward, especially from what happened last week against Team Geo. They squandered the opportunity, but I felt their luck came with them a little bit too early when they fought them in the very first week. Do you know what I mean? So that was actually good stuff there. Task complete.
Task complete. Actually, I'm looking at Mouse's next match though. And,
talk to me.
And they got probably their toughest match on paper. Because they do counter BMS quite well, despite losing that last one. But Team Geo is probably a tougher match for them in terms of like characters and the ability to counter. They are at home, but I can see how important it was to try and get a 40-0 victory today because it's not an easy path for them either. Team Geo, Team 00 Nation away from home after that, and then they got Wild away from home as their last game. So that one should be in their favor, but there's 2 very tough matches before they get to that stage. So this is actually quite a blow for them not getting a 40-0.
Well, the thing is, I don't want their main objective to change. They want to be in the upper half of the leaderboard. They want to get that home advantage if they do manage to make the playoffs. I don't want it to kind of just like dwindle, their confidence dwindle and just go down.
The good thing is it's in their hands because the 2 teams above them, well, apart from BMS, who probably they can't catch now, but the 2 teams above them, they have to play. So if they can get those wins, anything can happen, Jammers.
100%. All right, we're going to hand it over back to our host, Logan Sama, and find out what he has to say with the team.
Thanks very much, Jammers. I'm here with Shivs, who has probably kept Reason Gaming still in with a chance. You resurrected your chances of still fighting for this playoff place, and I can see how much it meant to you. Shivs Unchained, the Laura came out, and what an incredible result that was. How did it feel to get that?
I can finally play Laura again after being counterpicked 5 times in a row. Oh, God, you know how good that feels. God, I don't want to play Manat anymore.
Well, I mean, that's the hard thing about the team format, though, right? The home and away format, you have to be served up on a plate sometimes. And boy, you're tired of being picked apart like a carcass with that Manat. The Laura came out and you were doing work there. Very interesting that you put yourself forward as Laura, though, rather than being put up as a Manat this time.
Yeah, do you know what? We've had 5 away games in a row. And this is an all or nothing thing. Yeah. And if I'm going to go out swinging, I'm going to go out swinging with my main character. I'm tired of playing zoning in this game.
Bro, you look ready for that matchup as well. Like, all credit to Shakz because you must have trained that matchup to perfection.
We've played maybe close to 10,000 games of that matchup. And yeah, that's why I can't take any credit away from Shakz. He's a phenomenal player, amazing friend as well.
Yeah.
It's the set was 3-0, but I'm telling you, that could go 3-0 to him on another day for sure.
Does that show the difference, though, of, you know, being put in that fire week in, week out? You are put forward, you're playing in that starting lineup pretty much almost every time. Shakz, obviously, is meant to be, you know, he's been pulled off the bench cold sometimes. Is that maybe what the difference was there?
Well, I didn't play in the last game as well. I've missed 2 games. But to be honest, it probably could be. I played with all the pressure on the line for me, whereas Shakz and his team, they still have some leeway because they're in a comfortable position, at least to qualify for the playoffs. So I had to put in a performance there.
All right. I mean, is this the Shakz? Is this the Shivs that we're going to see going forwards now that you've been unchained, unlocked? Are you going to be focusing more on the Laura?
Yeah, I hope so. If I have to counterpick with Manat in specific matchups, yeah, but otherwise, I want to play Laura.
That's the character that brought you to the dance. Obviously, the character we remember you for. As soon as Street Fighter V dropped, you put in that work in the first few seasons with that character. Put yourself on the map, and you've definitely kept Reason on the map here, in with a chance of fighting for those playoff spots. So thanks very much. I know you didn't get the victory that you were looking for, but that turnaround from 40-0 the first time you met Mouse to 20 points in the bag, that's definitely keeping you in the chase. So congratulations on doing that. I'll let you go and you know, theorize on your forthcoming matches with the rest of your Reason teammates. If you want to go and take a seat, thank you very much for talking to me. I really appreciate that. Fantastic performance from Shivs there, keeping his team in the hunt. But we have to give the credit to Mouse Sports, who did get the win. Not the 40 points they were looking for, but 25 definitely pushes them back up the table. There's still 3 matches, though, to play for them. And as my man F-Word said, next up, it's Team Geo, and that is going to be a tough one. They are still very much in the hunt for those top 2 seed places here in the playoffs. But that is our match 1 done for the day. We've got another big matchup coming for you next. We'll see you on the other side of this very short break, because the action continues here at Street Fighter League Pro Europe. Welcome back to Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022. We had a great match one with Reason, managing to dig out 20 points with an incredible performance from Shivs, but Mouse Sports managed to get the win. It was Problem X again in that anchor role for the extra game, and they managed to get 25 points on the board. Not the 40 they were shooting for, but definitely 25 points will go a long way to seeing them get favorable seeding if they make the playoffs, of course. Is it too late for Wild Blast to make an incredible comeback? They've got 4 matches left to play. That's 160 points left on the board. They've only got 30 now, though, so it would be a miracle to see them make the playoffs. Is that miracle going to start today? Well, you cannot have a harder start than against Team BMS, who have got the best record out of all of the teams so far here at Street Fighter League. It's going to be an incredible ask for Wild Blast. And, of course, they are in the away position as well, which means they have to put forward their considerably talented lineup that as yet has not delivered. Is it time for them to deliver finally today and convert all of that promise into results? Let's find out as we welcome into the arena Team Wild Blast. The team consisting of Vega Patch, Momi, Jimmy, and Takamura entering the arena and taking their position in the away end. Of course, they will be having to put forward their lineup and their characters, allowing BMS the opportunity to counter that with their own selections. Of course, BMS riding high. Mr. Crimson maintaining that 100% win record all the way throughout the competition so far. Looking unbeatable. Is unbeatable. Is he going to be unbeatable today? Let's find out. Let's welcome into the arena Team BMS. Crimson, Killzyou, Link Excello, and TKR taking their position in the home end. Looking to maintain that position at the top of the leaderboard. And what an incredible performance they've had so far this season. Really showing how important team synergy is. Team BMS, not just a team for Street Fighter League, they are a community. They've been practicing together for years, and that is really showing through in the synergy and the performance that they have delivered so far on Street Fighter League. Wild Blast, however, have yet to be able to show the full capabilities that these talented players possess here today. They may be able to turn that around. They are in the away end, and it is time to find out exactly what their lineup is going to be. They have submitted it, and it will be revealed now by our excellent commentary duo in F-Word and Jammers.
Thank you very much, Logan Sama. PMS going up against Team Wild Blast. Difficult hurdle, probably the biggest hurdle of the Street Fighter League Europe here for Wild Blast. I mean, we got to play devil's advocate here. Is there any hope for them at this point?
Were they home last time? They were home last time and they lost 40-0. So, I mean, let's see what order they're going to go with to try and get themselves back in it. So, MDZ Jimmy's will be taking the bench seat yet again. And Vega Patch will be going first here, possibly drawing out the Mr. Crimson. And they're going to anchor Momi again. That's what they did the first time round. They put Momi up against Mr. Crimson. Mr. Crimson can avoid that and put someone else against him. Takamura in second place. Now, I had a chance to speak with Takamura after they lost last week. And after that phenomenal performance there with Ken, even though he lost, he said he's going Ken all the way. He just feels like the glass is too precious in the team setting with Kuma. So I think even if he loses the first battle, he'll be sticking with Ken. It's an interesting order. What do you think the best response would be here from BMS, who are in a commanding position right now? Also, celebrating drop points from Mouse earlier.
Yeah.
further stretch that gap now if they can get a 40-0.
Well, look, I hate to put it like this way. This could be an experimental match for them. Because obviously the result that Mouse just picked up, not a substantial one, they can go, you know what, let's try and experiment. You know, maybe Link Excello might get an extra game here. They might put TK out the back. It could be Killzyou going up against Momi.
Yeah, they're 25 points away from the nearest rival. So yeah, it could very well be that, Jammers. Listen, Logan, you have the answers, you have the players. Tell us what's going on, buddy.
Thanks very much, Femi. As I said earlier, it's going to take a miracle. There's 160 points available to you over the next 4 matches. You are on 30 points. That means you could get a total of 190 by the end of the season. The team in 4th place at the moment has 145 points, and they still have 4 games to play. So even if you win the rest of your 4 matches 40-0, you might still not make the playoffs. How do you pick yourselves up and find the motivation to deliver a performance still, knowing how tough it is going to be?
Well, what we did is analyze what we did wrong in the beginning of the league. We made some pretty big mistakes, matchup-wise, and those kind of things. And right now, we think we found what we have to do. Like you said, it's extremely hard to make it to playoffs, but I think we know what we did wrong. And
what is it that you did wrong? What went wrong in your matchup pairings?
Well, I think it was that we based the matchup selection not only on matchups, but also on how confident the players were feeling. And that mix didn't work at all, basically. And right now, what we're going to do is basically give our best, try to shake the rankings a little bit, don't surrender, and do our best, and show everyone why we're in this league, because we are extremely talented, we think, and we need to show it.
Absolutely, I agree with that entirely. Let's find out who you're going to be facing from BMS. Team BMS, can you please send forward your first player? And it's going to be Mr. Crimson. Okay. Crimson, what's your thinking behind this? Let me ask first of all, before I ask you questions, because I keep doing this. Which character are you going to be using?
Dalsim.
Of course. Now we've got that out of the way. What's your thinking behind putting yourself forward first here against Vega Patch's Fang?
Fang can be a little bit annoying for Chun-Li and also for Karin. So I can deal with Fang pretty easily. Also, Karin is a good matchup for the rest of their characters. So we do not underestimate them. Like Vega Patch said, they are all extremely talented. So I want to secure some points and not taking any risk. So yeah, I go.
Absolutely. It's great that you have Killzyou in the squad and you have so much confidence in him to get those points in the anchor position as well. He's got some big victories, so having a young player like that on the team that's in such great form must obviously take some of the pressure off of you to continue to maintain this incredible win record that you have.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah. We are a good team. Killzyou, Link Excello. So even if he he didn't play that much, but he's really important because he gives us a lot of analytic things and he helps us mentally. So everyone is crucial.
Absolutely, you're a full squad, a full team. Let's see how you get on today.
This guy also he got the shoes, he got everything.
Yeah, I mean he's
my breakfast this morning.
Is that how you run the team? Is this how you run the team? The captain, you have to make me breakfast. Did they carry your bags into the hotel? Oh, crazy. All right, let's get it set up. It's going to be Mr. Crimson running Dalsim, Vega Patch with the Fang here in Game 1. Wild Blast are fighting for their lives here at Street Fighter League. BMS cruising in the top spot. They're going to put more points on the board to guarantee that #1 seed as we fly towards these playoffs. The end of the season is so near. Every match counts, every game counts, every battle, every round counts. Let's throw it over to F-Word and Jammers for this Game 1. Let's go.
I cannot get the image of TKR walking into Mr. Crimson's room in the morning and asking what he wants for breakfast. Bonjour, bonjour Crimson, omelette du fromage. It's brilliant. And the contrast between the two teams, Jams, I know you love that accent, don't you? The contrast between the two teams couldn't be more extreme. It's like totally polar opposites.
Night and day.
You've got this extremely
Black and
together,
white.
happy team that in victory and defeat, there's very rarely blame. There's value for those who aren't even playing, in insight, in things you say. But there's also leadership, which is also important.
No, that's very important.
Which I don't mean to call them out. Well, I'm going to call them out. You don't see that as much in Wild. There's a lot of silence. There's not as much synergy. This stuff affects your game, doesn't it?
When the production team pan the camera to Team Wild Blast, look at their faces, deflated. There you go. It's all there. I hate to bring it up, but look at that. And look at contrast in the win rate there. Mr. Crimson still on 100% win record, looking to maintain that. Vega patch, 1 in 6, not looking good. And I respect, like, Mr. Crimson's mentality thinking, because I had it noted down that he doesn't have to play this game if he doesn't want to. But you know what? He stepped up for the primary game.
Points. 25 points clear at the top.
Going straight for the jugular.
35 points clear. Everything, even if you lose this somehow, miraculously, Wild Blast beat you, they're not going to beat you 4-0. You're getting your guaranteed 10 points here, potentially, because you're very confident in this matchup.
Listen, he considered all the variables. He said Fang's a bad matchup, or they're not comfortable fighting Fang, so I'll take care of it as well. It's like, look, I want us to still be in the top 1 spot for the home advantage for this seeding. Like, he's considering everything, and as well, the captain's responsibility. You have to hold yourself accountable for when you guys win, and hold yourself accountable for when you guys, well, if they lose. But, you know, it does happen, and I like it. And it allows these guys to look. They wake up, everybody with smiles on their faces.
And TKR actually brought his stick today. Oh, God, the toes are out. He actually brought his stick today as well. And he's looking at it. He gives it all away, doesn't he, this guy? TKR, arrête.
Relax,
enough, bro.
Oh,
no, but seriously, also we mentioned leadership, and look, I'm stepping on toes a little bit here, but leadership is so important because we saw the other week them sending Jimmy up against Rickman's Barnet, up against the Manat.
It was unbeknownst to him, by the way.
He didn't seem to know what was going on. Someone on that team has got to step up and say, no, we're not doing that. Logan, give us a minute. We need to have a conversation.
Legit?
This is Street Fighter League. Yeah, this is all the marbles, 75,000 euros. Logan, give us 10 seconds. We need to have a conversation. Take that time, have the conversation, make the right pick. So look, I hope they learn from that, from watching BMS and how it should be done. Now, I believe Vega Patch is the sacrificial lamb here, because what they wanted to do is get Mr. Crimson out of the anchor position.
Yeah, look, like you said, we're trying to shake up the leaderboards. They have to look at this differently now. It's very difficult for them to stay in the run and play in the playoffs, but they've got to look at these matchups differently now. Try to go for a shimmy there. Good view reversal from Mr. Crimson. Working with a good life lead at the moment here, Vega Patch. But that can all go away very quickly.
Oh, didn't punish the sweep.
Oh, avoiding it, gets the poison. He could throw out EX Yoga Fire if he wants to, but...
That was nice. That worked out as important now.
Good trade.
Good trade.
EX Yoga Fire, teleports away.
Oh, not ready for that teleport behind though. Didn't check it. Bad trade that for Vega Patch. Oh, no, he took the bait.
Big damage.
Made him do that teleport, stayed in front. Such a good trap that Dalsim will send out. We've seen it a million times. The Fangs keep taking the bait. Don't try to duck under that fireball when I'm ready.
Okay, he's gone for Yoga Deep Breath as well. Uses the Crouching Fist to buffer that into Yoga Flame. Good juggle.
Nice punish, yeah. Just take the guarantee. We've seen so many people miss trip punishes this season. Ooh, just take the guaranteed punish and a good jump in.
Try to grab him.
Takes the throw this time.
Nice anti-air.
Trying to cook him. Man, so good at just picking off every little bit of damage. The neutral jump punish, the forward jump punish, the button punish. He's brought himself right back in the round as a result, and he's got a lot of ground back. Nice teleport timing though.
Set something up.
Oh,
and yeah, because it's V-Trigger 1, so the V-Skill 1 counts as a physical hit. It's an actual projectile now.
So he tried to walk into it, he totally forgot.
Yeah.
I was thinking, why did he not know that?
Blocks away, watch out for the dive kick.
Oh, this is it, Tech. Your turn.
No,
he knew that was coming.
The fire. Blocks it away.
Why does he have that?
Well,
it's so good.
And do you know what's crazy? Even if you blocked it, most characters in the game can't punish at that rate. There's only there's specific EX moves that can catch it. And what's insane is you can go look at his matches in recent months, not even in Street Fighter League, in recent months, and you can count, or not even count, you'll lose count as to how many times he's finished a round with a close-up stand fist because it hits low, F-word.
Such a good option, such a punishing option, but still a very, very decent attempt there from Vega Patch. The matchup not looking impossible. Has options here, has momentum. Mr. Crimson's, I wish look, it'd take a tremendous amount of time and data, but Mr. Crimson's defensive choices have just been so consistently good throughout the season. Wow, it's going to be jury.
What's crazy about Mr. Crimson's defense, I'm sorry to cut you off there, it's a case where you try and do a string or a meaty, and he V-reverses it. Then because he V-reverses, you want to throw him and he takes. It's almost like he's just in your head when it comes to throwing. But Vega Patch going with the jury pick. He only actually used jury once or twice in Street Fighter League US last season. He only got the win against Oil King, I believe it was. It's the first time we've seen that here. Let's see if this works out.
I'm not sure it's the best matchup either, but definitely more mobility than a Fang.
I think he's just testing Mr. Crimson's jury knowledge. Don't know how much he's got experience here, but that's going to be a punish.
Oh, wow, spacing was good. That was high. Punish. He does exactly that. And he's still got some V-gauge here.
Yeah,
and makes the right choice on defense, doesn't Mr. Crimson? Punishes the neutral jump. Beautifully spaced dive kick. Okay, just do it.
Should have been punished there, but that's going to be the game.
Caught, trying to move, don't go anywhere. And Monsieur Crimson is now 1 round away from securing this first game here.
Didn't let him charge at the V-skill 1 there, Mr. Crimson. I wonder if Jury can jab the dive
Punish
kick.
that. Oh, that worked out.
There we go. Gets another anti-air. Gets super consistent with his overall gameplay in Dalsim, Mr. Crimson.
Big bet there, doesn't pay off.
Throw tech.
Again, the throw is teched.
Floats away.
Nice choice.
Yeah, gets hit with the light 10
The throw isn't tech this time. There's the activation. It's a good situation here for Vega Patch if we can make it count.
Watch out for the slide.
Not a single neutral jump going unpunished. This time it's a jump towards medium that gets him.
All right, he's starting to burn. I wonder if he's going to flip in a minute because he needs to get close.
Nice reaction.
Charge up again.
CA's there, gets the hit though, runs into that button.
Not going to be dead though.
He's going to spend a meter off. Yeah. Just taken. He doesn't get Oki off this.
Oh.
I would prefer. Oh, okay, it works out. He threw the fireball at the wrong time. I would have liked him to continue the sequence, but that worked out well. Great play there from Vega Patch.
No, that's what annoyed him when he was using Fang. He couldn't really deal with Yoga Fire from full screen. He just threw out his own V-skill, not really damaging or deterring Mr. Crimson from using it.
He got the knockdown and backdash there, Jammers. Oh, he backrise. You never backrise there. It's ambiguous. Reset. It was always going to be a reset. He wasn't ready. And he gets hit by the instant overhead. And this is why Phenom cannot stand the archetype of Dalsim in this game. He went from Zona to rush down Yun Street Fighter 4 Original Edition and absolutely obliterated Vega Patch. Vega Patch was dead before he even knew it in 2 guesses. Unbelievable.
And that's what's crazy, man. Look, just the aggression Dalsim has in his toolset makes it difficult for 90%, almost everybody to deal with, right? He can initiate, he can play neutral, he can defend well. Mr. Crimson's defending well with this character. And again, like I said, he goes straight for Wild Blast his throat and takes the first 10 points up for grabs in this match.
It's funny how unforgiving this game can be at the highest level when you have someone of Mr. Crimson's caliber. Vega Patch actually got the opening hit in that round in a matchup where you want to be close to Sim. You want to be in her face. Regardless of your resources, you're in a better situation in her face than you are full screen. Got the first hit, had Oki, and double backdash to charge V-skill up. I don't know where that decision came from. Shouldn't have cost him the whole round, but when you're up against a guy like Mr. Crimson, it did.
Well, that's all said and done and dusted. Mr. Crimson takes game 1 there against Vega Patch. He did try and swap to the jury, but to no avail. I wonder what would have happened if he started off with the jury instead. Remember, key point that he mentioned in the interview was that they're trying to shake up the leaderboards, and that means you've got to basically change up your tactics through and through for everybody. You could see it clearly with Takamura, who's going to be jumping on next, going on with the Ken. And sometimes all it takes is one performance against a top player of Phenom's caliber.
He's due a win. He played extremely well in defeat last week, so it's all to play for here. We're going to see who's going to be going up against him. I believe we have Logan Sama on stage with him now. We'll see how the team's feeling, and we'll also see BMS's response to this character and player pick.
Thanks for me. You can see where I spilt my drink on that floating teleport mix-up side switch ambiguous setup that Crimson did. That was horrible, you nasty, nasty man. Takamura, you're back up, but you're using Ken. You've gone back to the character that we got to learn you with. Obviously, you introduced yourself to Street Fighter 5 with Ken and were so dangerous with the character. You went to Akuma, got some big results, and now we feel that Ken is a more solid and strong character now.
Yes, I think now that the competition is we cannot make playoff. I think I will take experience with Ken. This is yes, I will do that. So
Okay, so you're looking to use your Ken and just perform as well as you can against these players and really try and level up that character. Interesting. I mean, you're not fully out of the race yet. There's still points on the table that you can make. It is possible that you could get there very, very hard, but don't count yourself out yet. Let's find out who you're going to be facing on Team BMS. Who are you going to be sending up here in game number 2? TKR is here. Takamura and TKR, that's a tongue twister. I'm glad that you have your shoes on. We don't want no toes anymore. Keep those toes covered up. Thank you. Which character are you going to be using?
Chun-Li.
Excellent stuff. Why are you coming up here? Put them away, man. Lightning legs, absolutely. Why is it that you've come up here against Takamura?
Because I think Ken beat Dalsim on first 2. So I have a chance to beat Takamura, even if he's, I think, maybe one of the best Shoto player in the world. I respect him for that. I will try to beat him, but I'm not sure to beat him.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm sure Link Excello may have been sure. Maybe Killzyou would have been sure. Why not them?
They don't want to play against him.
They're not sure either. Okay. All right. It's good that Takamura has the aura around him still. Get set up. You're going to be using Chun-Li. It's going to be Takamura's Ken. This is a Season 1 classic in Street Fighter 5. Ken, look at that. Beautiful stuff. Sportsmanship between these two guys. Right, let's get into this one. Game number 2, it's going to be Takamura for Wild Blast, who's locked in with the Ken, and it is going to be TKR for BMS, locked in with the Chun-Li. Let's throw it back over to F-Word and Jammers on the deck with their commentary and analysis.
Thank you very much, Logan. Sometimes I feel TKR's spirit and confidence is completely contradictory to what he does in the game. He says, I'm not sure, and then he'll just play out of his mind or hit you with the TKR special, and it's like, okay, I'm sure now.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've seen Takamura absolutely pummel this guy in online sets, but it can go either way. I've seen, TKR get the win too. He probably has a losing percentage against Takamura when they've met in casuals, but this is not a casual setting. This is a team tournament, and as I keep repeating throughout this season, the pressure you feel, Shakz, I know he has an edge against Shivs, but the pressure you feel when you're representing not just yourself, you're representing your whole team. Takamura, one of the best players in Europe, regardless of how the team's doing. Takamura is a CPT qualifier, historically. 0-5 so far this season. Now, of course, the nerfs to Akuma do contribute to that percentage as well. His lack of activity contributes, and some personal things in his life contribute, but this team setting is definitely a contributing factor, and it's very hard to play your very best and maintain the composure to get the wins when you've got your whole team's hopes riding on your shoulders, and we'll see how he handles it here.
Well, look, he did mention when he was talking to Logan, he's like, look, I'm just going to use the remaining matches that we have, the remaining fixtures, as a time to experiment with Ken. So you can hear it. They're just explaining their objective, Team Wild Blast, in different ways. Literally in different ways. But it's interesting because Takamura could pick up some more points, and it's not going to dent Team BMS at all in any way, shape, or form. But listen, as many points as you can get on the table.
I think they were 10 points away from Team Mouse at the start of this game. They're now 20 points away from Team Mouse. Love that forward dash. Confirmed. Big punishing coming.
Goes for a crush counter. Confirmed. Guess he wants to build VB early for that reaching.
You know what? He's not used to blocking a normal DP.
Well,
it's EX they're used to blocking for that height, for the neutral jump. You got more time.
Yeah.
That's a great start.
Spends the bar, unfortunately, because he got the counter hit forward medium punch. There is a counter hit Link, but
missed this spinning bird. Not easy to do that. I mean, Takamura and TKR and Valmos to make it look so easy. The back dash is a good read. Doesn't want to get put in the corner. Gets caught low. That's going to be a first round to TKR. Great start.
Fantastic start here for TKR as well. Takamura didn't really get anything going after that, execution error, but hopefully...
Yeah, this confirmed, didn't he, Jammers? That's costly.
Hopefully he can turn this around. He's away.
Actually misses. 1 meter's wasted.
There you go. He's really trying to contest. Yeah, he's really trying to contest with Chun-Li's normals. Find that range. because he is learning as he goes along. He's going to take a lot of damage.
Medium kick, delayed, crouch jab, catches the stand throw attempt. Oh, that's meaty. Plus, no anti-air though.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do back hard kick, but... Alright, gets to confirm. Forward throw. Playing it safe at the moment, trying to gimmick.
Straight away and activates. Great sequence here from Takamura. One more opening could do it. Got to be careful not to get hit here.
Yeah, he went for the delayed light kick. And
well, that worked out. Missed his instant overhead. Put himself in the corner. Reversal was the wrong choice.
Not
He's got no meter. He's got to hold this next mix. And it's a throw. He did a back throw. Why did he back throw? Oh, come on, Takamura.
Damn.
He had the round one.
That was literally it. And the crazy thing is, it's like he was doing everything correctly up to that point. You know, he got the bait with the spinning bird kick, went for a conversion. I probably felt it could have been a different conversion. I also think he should have gone for the safe jump once he had a knockdown. It's such a good scenario when you go for a safe jump where it's against Chun-Li, no meter. Did she even have V reversal yet? I mean, it was a horrible situation. Still in trigger.
Yeah, the trigger just ran out. Yes, it was a horrible situation for TKR. And if he made the right choice though. He got the meaty throw, didn't do the back throw, which is obviously the more damaging one. Look, TKR survives.
If that doesn't display his mentality, Takamura Wild Blast mentality, I don't know what will, to be honest.
Listen, Matt, it's been the story of their season, Jammers, unfortunately.
When it's not your day.
Opportunities going begging, left, right, and center.
When it's not your day, it's not your day. Antia.
Oh, nice delay on that dash. Surprise underneath there. Is that delay jab again? The counter hit stand medium, another phenomenal round looking like a TKR.
Oh, we got away with this stun.
No EX spinning, but I thought it was going to come for the stun. He wants that stun.
Hang on a minute.
No cancel. Oh, what is going on? You hate to see it happen.
Yeah, he's doing the hard part in most aspects. He just doesn't feel confident if he's going to hit anybody and get the proper conversion.
Oh, that delay, and that's going to be a CA if he wants. He can close this out and use all the meat, and that's exactly what he's going to do. TKR running away with this one, and Team BMS, it just goes to show what momentum means here, Jammers. It doesn't look like a TKR versus Takamura match. It looks like a Team BMS versus Team Wild Blast match, and that only goes one way from what we've seen.
This is looking like an absolute beatdown right now here, and TKR flying high, feeling confident in his neutral and conversions.
It's lucky he's not confirming these crouch mediums.
Well. Mr. Koken, good neutral jump hard kick.
Ready to convert. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Stayed in front this time.
Hard kick. You can throw another one out looking for the crush counter, but I think...
he tried to do some kind of EX.
Yeah.
Is that delayed jab again?
He's having a lot of blunders today.
He's become very passive here, dealing with a lot of pressure. I mean, this is game point here. No anti-air, doesn't fall for it this time. Looking very bad for Takamura.
Didn't catch the delayed tech there. Good patience from Takamura. Hasn't got V-trigger yet. He could do V-skill into the trigger, but he doesn't need to now.
The dash blocks this time. CA's there. Oh my goodness, he knew he was going to try and activate, and an absolutely dominant game there from TKR, getting his team another 10 points, and their hold on that first spot becomes more and more secure as they move now 20 points away from the closest opponent with that battle and with that game, and there's still another game to go.
Told you, for someone who said I'm not sure, you know, and wasn't quite confident in the interview, I told you his gameplay is contradictory to what he told us and Logan Sama. But again, like you said, bags the 10 points, makes it 20 points, and they're looking for that 40-0 result against Wild Blast. Now, Momi is in the anchor position. It could be Killzyou for the straight counter. Again, just trying to get as many points as they can.
It's got to be Killzyou. It's got to be carrying, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we've got Momi coming up. I'm actually surprised to see him playing anchor. I sense some team morale issues last week. It's great to see that he's back here and he seems to be ready to anchor for his team. Listen, 20 points is 20 points. And if anything, if I'm in this position, I just want to show people we're not free, and I want to start having an impact on the rest of the league. You know, I don't want to get 40-0'd by every team I play. So if you're Momi, you want to get revenge for that initial 40-0 the first time they played in the season, and you want to get the win here. So we'll see if he can do it. But he's going to be counterpicked. It's very likely going to be Killzyou, I think, Jammers.
Well, we're going to find out now. We're going to hand it over back to Logan Sama and find out who from BMS is going to be fighting Momi in this best of 5.
Thanks very much, Jammers. Yeah, I'm here with Momi, who's in the game 3 position. Once again, you're in the anchor role with the Cami. You know, I guess now you're playing for, you know, personal pride, just to put on a good show of yourself and let the world know exactly what you're capable of doing, right?
Exactly. So my team has pretty much not been the team to put the right strategies, not to talk right with each other on how to prepare against our opponents, and it just clearly shows on the standing. That's why we're like the last team.
Absolutely. I mean, no one can look at your team and say, you know, with yourself and the other players there that you don't have talent. We've seen you all get results around Europe, but it hasn't really come together. I mean, a perfect example of that is, I think that end of the round with Takamura. He went for the forward throw instead of the back throw with Ken. Would have been the KO if he'd have gone for that back throw. Things just off. They're so close, but just not able to deliver. But you've been delivering some points for the team, and obviously you're going to want to put a strong showing for yourself, at least. You're going up most likely against Killzyou. Who is it that you think you're going to be facing, though?
Killzyou.
How do you feel about that matchup, Cammy into Karin?
I think it's 5-5, but Killzyou is really strong, so I'm going to try my best to beat him.
All right, man. Let's see who BMS send up. Please, can you step up? Thank you very much. It is going to be Killzyou here in this third role, this anchor role. You've been very reliable in this role when you've been asked to do it, step up, and you've done the job. That's why your team's up there at the top. Obviously, Crimson pulling in a lot of points, but you've been very, very strong. A lot of people have been impressed by you over the last couple of years, but this year specifically, you've had some big results. What do you really attribute your consistency to as a player?
I feel like online is a good way to train a lot. I did a lot of online tournaments. I won CPT and I train a lot for that. So I wanted to prove that I can do good things offline, and that's why I want to play my best and do my best.
Definitely. I mean, you've shown that you are capable of doing good things offline. You've been great here as well, Street Fighter League. So let's see you competing here in this game number 3. If you want to get ready and set up, Momi, if you want to take your seat as well. Wild Blasts, it looks like they're pretty much playing for pride right now. They did have 160 points available to them. That has now dropped to only 140. It's going to look almost impossible for them to make the playoffs, but they are still looking to put on a performance, looking to show the world why they're here. These players, we know how good they can be. They've delivered on the CPT stage. They just haven't been able to deliver so far on the Street Fighter League stage, which shows how much pressure there is and how important this team synergy has been for these teams. What a great, you know, a great comparison between the way that Wild Blast have come together and the way that BMS have come together. A really good illustration of that. But it all comes down to this last game because, of course, they could still get the win. There's 20 points to play for, even though they're 20 down. This game 3 is where it all matters. So let's throw it over to F-Word and to Jammers to let me find out exactly what they think about this last game.
I gotta give props to Momi, to be honest, because Momi was able to give them some sort of lifeline, whether it was an illusion or not, some sort of lifeline to feel they can stay in the fight for the vast majority of their matches. But even he fell short in a lot of them as well. And he's actually been scaring quite a number of players here. He gave Valmaster a headache. You know, he could do something here. You know, he beat Vega. He's been doing things for the team as much as he possibly could. Like you said, it's just communication, you know, our strategies. Things just haven't clicked and haven't come together, F-Word.
No, they haven't, Jammers. And I appreciate his honesty there on the stage. You know, the contrast couldn't be more apparent between these two teams. Having said that, he's up here now, and despite the fact that they're down, this is the great thing about the format. Despite the fact that you've lost the first 2 games, if we can have another Momi performance here in a pretty uphill scenario, I think I always thought this matchup was 5-5, despite what a lot of the Karins thought. I think now, though, with the changes to Cammy, I know there's changes to Karin as well, but some of those nerfs to Cammy really open her up for some devastating effects from Karin. I think there might be a slight edge to Karin now.
Both of their crouching medium kicks have got more recovery on whiff. Some of their heavies have got more recovery on whiff as well, because they have exceptional ground games. Obviously, one of the things that people were annoyed about with Cammy is you have one of the best aerial games in Street Fighter 5, but you also have a prevalent ground game, which we can't really tackle. Karin, it was just like your magnetic buttons, and no matter what we tried to, you're still great, but that's just part of the character design, right? But this is a best of 5 here. Let's see what Momi remembers about this. Wow, okay, that's fantastic start already for Momi. Continuing it off with a crush counter.
Oh, he missed the V-ship punish though. That was a bit high. Back throw, love that check into the back throw there from oh wow, Hooligan straight away. Out of there. Great choices here You'll see he's trying to slow down his momentum from Momi. He's the kind of guy that will overwhelm you. Nice little walk forward medium.
Oh, no cancel there on the Tenko. Oh, sorry, the medium punch on the Tenko, but...
Ooh, there's that jab buffer again.
Okay, that's his tech.
What was it, Yukadon? Fujimura. When he got into that Kami play, he utilized that negative edge crouch jab to tremendous effect. It's still there. Surprised to not see more Kamis do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, not everyone remembers. Immediate reversal there from Momi. Can he close it out, or is he going to lose over this next
One whip punish?
One crash beating kick as well. Can't dive kick either.
He did so well with it. Oh, there it is again. It's got such a great hitbox. And he's not even using it, he's not spamming it, you know? He's not just throwing it out to make it obvious what he's doing. Sticking it out sparingly, catching buttons on
I'll tell you what's interesting, it's going to entice Killzyou to press medium, suppress heavy, so he can whip punish those. He can stop certain moves with the startup, but this is looking good for Momi so far. And just backs away, yep, using that stand jab, using that crouching light punch as well.
Good block on that crouch medium. Nice pressure here from Killzyou, trying to get his game started here.
And I like that.
Big whiff,
okay.
well punished.
Good damage here from Killzyou. Good interruption there from Momi.
Oh, no confirm. Counter hit hits though. Dash, no, just walks in. Doesn't take the ground up. Gets away with that jump in. Killzyou not ready. There's the activation from Killzyou. Look to back throw. He gets it.
Good call there for Kurenken.
Oh, nice confirm with the Kurenken. One button too many. Ties it up 1 round apiece here. Does Killzyou a round that was pretty uphill for him. 2 sequences and he got himself right back into it. Good patience, good composure, utilizing the meter, making it count.
Well, what's interesting is, look at the buttons Momi's pressing to try and get Killzyou to whiff punish. Killzyou's not 100% sure what to whiff punish with at the moment.
Jeez.
Before his momentum gets broken again.
Big whiff though. I'm not sure. Twice he's done this delayed jumping dive kick. Not worked out, and Killzyou's been onto it both times. Great whiff punish. Has him cornered now.
Cool, counter hit, stand medium kick, and he has to delay here. Yeah, he had to delay.
Hit.
Crouching, stand medium kick, counter hit. These guys just battle the pokes right now.
Oh, had the counter hit, he didn't know.
Orochi,
oh, that could be it, that's it. Oh, how unfortunate. And this is the thing about the matchup that makes it quite difficult. You're seeing some great buttons, you're seeing some great whiff punishes, but what does Kami get if she catches you with a negative edge crouch jab into drill? She gets Oki and a very small bit of damage. On the flip side, when that tank, that skinny little cutie, when she hits you, it's like being hit by someone 5 times the size
for those
with 100 times the strength.
For those of you old enough, you definitely could read between the lines because he
For example,
so,
look at the difference in damage there. Gets across out. Oh no, an error there from Killzyou rare.
Back throw will do it if he gets the chance, but that stun's completely gone.
Tried to catch the dash, it didn't come in time.
Throw will do it, and he knew it as well.
Gets to confirm. Back that out. You knew the throws coming.
Yeah,
that's too high.
Killzyou's defensive choices when he knows what people want. High stun, like low health.
Oh wow, execution there. That looked like he held forward and up at the same time, and then drill came out as he tried to press medium kick.
Damn, execution slowly dwindling here on Momi's end. He had a fantastic start, but things are just slipping through his fingers again, F-word.
Yeah, it's very hard to space your dive kicks against a character with such tremendous walk speed. Nice check there from Killzyou. He's been able to stop the momentum almost every time Momi's got some.
There you go.
My fierce versus yours. Whose is better?
Well, it's an audacious interruption. Watch
punish. And it is going to be a 2-0 lead here for Team BMS. They are in cruise control now, heading towards yet another 40-0 victory, Jammers.
And notice there as well, Momi didn't use the crouching jab tech in that next game there. He just completely stopped doing it, tried to go back to the old version. Yeah, he tried to go back to the old version, but I get those confirmed in there. Again, he's actually like...
cross-counted earlier as well.
She put up a decent fight against Killzyou. It's just that once Killzyou gets that hit,
Killzyou's able to switch the momentum. Big bet there with the wake-up stand medium punch.
And Killzyou feels more confident with all the buttons he presses as opposed to Momi, I feel. Got to make these opportunities count.
It's just a lopsided neutral in the sense that the risk-reward is so heavily stacked in Karin's favor. For example, he's got away with that one. Would have been huge damage. He's in the corner now. Nice activation. Going to get a side switch as well.
Yeah, he has to.
Late crouch medium. Well blocked by Killzyou. He's been very good on defense. Keeps himself in every round, but he doesn't see that one. And a great confirm from Momi. He needs a 3-0 now. Needs a massive reverse for his team and for himself. There's 1 round towards doing it.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane here. And a lovely delayed light dive kick to bait the crouching fierce anti-air.
Yeah, we saw him try to do that earlier, but it was out of range. This time he was in jump range.
This is it. And I like that he's kind of minimized the amount of buttons he's using now in the neutral.
Confirms. Go back in there. Whew. That worked out.
Good stuff here from Momi. Resenha.
Hey, wake up reversal.
Just wait.
Oh, he just waited a long enough time to catch a button. Huge damage. Look what this one I'm talking about. It's Karen. You're now in a guess for game situation if she gets in on you. Overhead blocked. Button.
All right. And again, a
wow,
raw direction. Might as well do it.
This time the throw comes out. And that sequence, the activation, the confirm, all the way to the corner, to the correct bet, to the shimmy. Again, Killzyou with the momentum. He has match point for Team BMS.
So this is what's interesting. He'll win scrambles, he'll get these whiff punishes, and then he'll just go right, straight to shimmy. He keeps it absolutely textbook. And that might, we're looking at stun. We are looking at stun here.
One hit and it's over.
Wow. That's the choice Momi made to keep him in the fight here, F-Word. Could be shift. Doesn't need to break there, though. He pull it.
Wow, that worked out.
Yeah. Throw.
Meaty throw.
He get a cheeky one. He tried.
Oh, the walk forward so far there.
Watch out for
and
the
again,
low.
oh my goodness. The cheek on this kid. He overextended by about 25 frames to get that counter hit. Killzyou flinched. Stand medium, stand fast. DP, CA, and Momi gets himself a game in this batch.
But then your whole mindset, your whole strategy for the next couple of seconds changes because you know what he did? He teched on the stun. It could have been anything. That was his guess for game. And after that, because you guessed right, you feel you need to go and win the round. And that's what he did. Let's see if he can follow this subsequent battle here.
Street Fighter 5, man. It's a very, very unforgiving game.
Well,
one mistake is what it takes. Look at this.
Probably the most unforgiving game. Block and a punish. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Missed his execution.
Did that a bit too late there with the extenko.
Yeah, nice jab check. He's not letting him overextend now. Well-spaced dive kick this time. Oh, the corner's gone. Oh, no, it just sends to the middle screen. Back pro still alive.
Good, yeah, it's going to be just a poke here. This is where crouch jab will work fantastically if he's looking to close out his stand medium kick here, Killzyou.
Yeah, light of his own. Something I've not seen him use enough is that standing short. Such a good normal. And again, we have game point here for Killzyou.
Backing away right now. And again, he's still at that range where crouching medium kick is so deceptive. Crouch fierce.
Momi with it all to do here. Killzyou 2 rounds away from 40 points here for his team. How huge will that be?
Goes for the hooligan, tried the attempt, no dice, but he's nearly got one bar here to make another attempt.
Oh, again, it's that walk back into the medium accidental negative edge. And he's lost a ton of health and he's lost positioning. That's a terrible mistake at a terrible time. Facing game point.
Dude, if he gets hit by a counter hit crouching medium punch, he's
he missed the confirm. He's been let off there by Killzyou.
Yeah.
That worked out. Nice anti here, what a choice.
Shimmy will do it. Shimmy will do it.
Yeah, he can't attack. He's got to hold this. He can't. He knows. He knows he's going to do it one more time. Button. Negative frames.
Oh, he tried to catch him.
What a bet.
Backwards. Oh, man, that was unfortunate there. Risked it all because that would have kept him in the fight. Kudos for the effort. But again, Killzyou showing why he's actually a vital part in the anchor position for Team BMS. Gaining that experience, living up to Mr. Crimson and the rest of the team's expectation. Fantastic stuff from the young man.
Well, look, you can look at runs and you can look at opportunities, and the schedule has definitely favoured BMS here in this latter stage of the season. They've played one of, I think, 4. They're going to have 4 home games in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home games in a row, right? And they've got one more home game to play. But boy, oh boy, have they taken advantage of it. 30 points, 40 points, 25 points, their worst performance so far in that home run. And now they've got another one coming up. The next home game being against 0-0 Nation, who with that Dowsman anchor, and they're at home this time. They beat them away last time. They got everything to play for. I mean, I don't know how they get caught now that they're this far ahead. That 40-0 win puts them almost out of reach for the rest of the team. They need a miracle. We'll see.
Well, indeed it is. And like F-Word said, they did the hard part in the first half of the season. They did the hard part. Now they're cruising. And again, having that more difficult task to do and overcoming that challenge, it just makes it like the team morale, just the friendship, the camaraderie with these guys even more like brightening, or shall I say shining, because it's fantastic. Because again, now, if they wanted to experiment in future games by putting maybe Link Excello the first to 3 to prepare him for something, TKR the first to 3. But obviously, like I said, Mr. Crimson, how he's considering all the variables as a captain and making sure everyone's just fit to play, which is great stuff. And this is what it should be a good example for not just their team, but for everyone watching at home, as well as the other team members here. Because like we said, BMS and Wild Blast, it's night and day between them two when it comes to team communication.
And you look at the other teams in the table who are pretty close to them. and run the risk. There's Team Geo, there's Team 00 Nation. We're going to see those guys play next week. But listen, we're going to go to the stage, over to the winning team. Over to you, Logan. Let us know who you got there.
Thanks, Femi. I wanted to take some time to talk of Vega Patch because I think, as far as I can work it out, based on matches remaining, points remaining, I believe Wild Blast mathematically, even though there are enough points left for you to get, I think, 150 total, it would require literally every other team in the tournament to not get any points at all for you to make the playoffs, and that's obviously impossible because someone's got to win, someone has to lose. So I'm pretty sure that you guys are out now. You've got to be disappointed with your performance because so much talent in the squad, but you weren't able to come together and deliver, and that really shows how important that team aspect of this Street Fighter League event is, right?
Yeah. For example, in my match right now against Crimson, he knows I really hate and dislike the Fang Dhalsim matchup. I think I played that one really well, but I did what I could. It's extremely hard. And with Yuri, I think we both agree that Yuri slightly beats Dhalsim. I will say so. But yeah, I got hit by the teleport. By mistake, I woke up backwards, back roll. Yeah. But yeah, apart from that, I think I did decently well with Yuri. I would have liked to have a FT2 with just Yuri, but then they would have chose another player.
Yes, of course.
So yeah,
Let me ask you about how the team prepared and came together, because unlike almost every other team in this event, you guys are from, let me just check, all 4 of you are from different countries, whereas Team BMS, 3 of them are from the same city, let alone country. And Killzyou, of course, is a long-time training partner. You look at other teams like 00 Nation, they're all from the Scandic region. You've got loads of teams here involved. Of course, the 2 English teams are both very, very closely located, whereas you guys are from 4 completely different countries, very late coming together as well. How important do you think it is now, looking forward at future Street Fighter Leagues, that prep time, that ability to work and train together?
Well, it shows that it's extremely important to have synergy with the team, knowing each other, training together, prepare the matchups with each team together, and also being able to rely on each other, from each player from a long time, especially if they are from your country. In that sense, I would really like a Spanish team in the future, but they have to deliver.
Yes, we need more Spanish players stepping up, of course, in events like the CPT Online and such.
Some are coming strong, but we'll have to wait for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah,
sure.
Sharon, make sure you get the guys from BCN traveling around Europe and around the world. I want to see more Spanish players.
BCN
traveling.
is not that strong. I mean, the rest of Spain.
All of Spain. I want to see all of Spain. But yes, maybe we create an internal rivalry with Spain. I miss Spain being represented heavily at events. It's been a long time, so maybe we will see that again. Thank you so much for being involved. Obviously, you still have 3 matches left, so you guys will want to deliver a strong performance going out, bowing out with grace. But I think you've conducted yourselves with style, and we've really enjoyed watching you play. But as it stands now, I think the playoffs are out of reach for you guys. If you want to go and rejoin your teammates, thank you so much for talking to me. I'll take that handshake and give you the microphone back. Just give me the mic, exactly, F-word. Thank you so much for that tremendous singing voice that you have. Please never sing again. That is your result, 40-0. Another big win for BMS, and they are flying up that leaderboard. Let's take a look at that leaderboard right now, and we can see the placings. They have broken the 200-point barrier, and there you can see it, 30 points for Wild Blast, only 120 remaining, which would mean 00 Nation would have to score 0 points for the remainder of this season, and they've got 4 games left to play. I cannot see that happening at all. So many matches left for them. Reason Gaming still keeping up, and we'll see them next week, but that big match one here in week 11. It is going to be GO as the away side going up against 0-0 Nation. Very important match for both of those teams as they want to try and get one of those top 2 spots in the playoffs. Reason Gaming, will they look at Wild Blast as an opportunity to rack up some points? Or will Wild Blast finally, playing without any pressure, release the shackles and deliver the performance that we have been waiting for from these players? We'll find out next week. There's a lot to play for still as we fly towards these playoffs at the end of the season. But thank you so much to all the players for delivering tremendous excitement, some great competitive games here today. 2 amazing matches. We'll be back with 2 great matches next time. Of course, thank you so much to my friends on the broadcast team, F-Word and Jammers, on the commentary desk, delivering every time with the hype, the insight, and the knowledge. We'll be back next week for Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022. We'll see you then.